Hey, so the other day I sat and listened to Lisa Collins read Where the Wild Things Are on Facebook Live,
Ooh.
and I've heard that story 100 times. It's never sounded so calming as one, her Charlestown accent, and two, just in this moment that we're in as a culture, hearing someone read a story to adults was like, ah, and it made me think like, who are the influential voices in our
Mm.
community, the familiar faces, the anchor points that sort of root our souls. And so I wanted to interview some of those folks, some of those friends, and hear what they thought. And so, Sophia, I wanted to talk with you. I'll let you introduce yourself and your art studio. It looks like you got Ari right there behind you. Hey, Ari.
Oh, what am I without my little one, right? So, my name is Sophia Moon, and I own and operate Essem Art Studio. Our mission is to spark joy and inspire creativity. And, we started doing that with our art labs and our music and art labs and our after school clubs, parties. And the idea is that be creative. It helps you solve problems, it helps you gain confidence. And that's what we're all about, making a little bit of that magic.
I
So,
love that. I love that. What's the best thing for you that you've seen from the
hmm.
people of Charlestown during COVID-19?
Honestly, I have the very distinct honor of, first of all, thank you for identifying me as somebody you wanted to talk to, but also the distinct honor of serving on the CMA board and, working with a lot of community organizations. And I tell you, it's just been great. I think the first couple weeks, um, we were talking about what the needs are in our community. And for me, I always come at it from a creativity and art perspective. Like, how are we expressing ourselves? How are we channeling our energies, our frustrations, our thoughts and ideas? And how do we elevate them and value them, right? Truly, by putting them into an art form. But the problem is that not everybody has the same assets, or like they don't have the same resources, right? So one of the things that we've done is I brought an idea to the CMA board, and I think it took half a second for everyone to say absolutely, let's do this. And so just the being in a situation where I can work with peers, fellow moms, fellow Charlestown residents, fellow community members who are just like, yes, there's a need, let's fill it, let's make this happen. And within a matter of days, we had ordered supplies, we were making the kits, and we had donated them to uh, the Kennedy Center, the Charlestown Community Center, and the Boys and Girls Club. And I tell you, if I wanted to do it on my own, it would, first of all, I wouldn't be able to afford it. It's just a simple, right? But the manpower, the moms who came and helped out, and we were, taking all precautions, of course, but just the heart forward. This is it. Let's do this. This is our community, and we want to let everyone have the opportunity to
Mm,
express themselves. So like that would be one example, but I think there are a million, and
there are
I don't
millions. It's amazing.
there are a million, like right in our backyard, literally,
Yeah.
like the bacon truck in their charity kitchen. We have the Boys and Girls Club, and they're constantly handing out the Kennedy Center, and like they're just so hard forward. The work that they do with the seniors, and like I could go on forever. Jenny's Kitchen is doing these like fantastic like donations to
It's
essential
amazing.
workers.
I'm talking with a
But
lot of these people doing these interviews, and
yeah,
it's incredible that when you hit a moment like this, and I love that you said manpower, but the truth is in Charlestown, a lot of times it's mom power. And you even reference, like, there are a lot of strong moms in this neighborhood who
there
step into
are.
this moment, whether it's their kid or not. And I love that. As a pastor, I love, like, because I believe that God is inherently creative as the creator. I
Yes.
love that, like, it can seem like art is non-essential business in a moment like this. But
Mm,
if we're not making art, we're not, there's something about God's creative nature that when we make art, we're reflecting
yes.
him. So I think what you're doing is like such essential
Mm,
livelihood for the emotional health of our neighborhood. What is what's one
yeah.
word of encouragement that you would have for people in Charlestown?
Oh, it's the thing I've been saying constantly, like this too shall pass, It's, and I think people tend to think of that saying as something you say when people are in mourning, or in necessarily a state of some type of negativity, right? But the good times pass too. Like the truth is that this present moment passes, you know? So I'll couple that by saying this too shall pass. The good will pass, the bad will pass. So like all of this amazing time, whatever blessing you have now that you didn't have before because you were stuck at a 8 to 8 job, or, you know, you were traveling a lot because that's what was demanded of you. And now you have this time to like spend together that's unprecedented, I'm sorry, in our lifetimes, right? Like you have that. This too shall pass. So take that, take the good. But like this too, the bad stuff will also pass. The frustration, the endless dishes, the whatever it is that you're hung up on right now, that also will pass. And so it brings me to the thing, like be present. Like that has been my mantra. It's my 2020 kind of came into this year not having a New Year's resolution, but more of a what is something that I want to live by, that I kind of just want to be and exude, and that's presence, right? Whatever it is in front of you. And I struggle with this all the time. I catch myself, I'm like, I'm in a mood, I don't know why. And I'm like, just be present, like right now, breathe. Like that is everything. Like your presence is everything, you know?
That's so
So
good. That's really great. Thank you for sharing that and
yeah.
putting that way. When this is
I've been
over,
prepping all week. I'm just kidding.
when this is over, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
I'm gonna just hug everybody. I'm gonna be that crazy person that's on the street. I'm not even gonna have a shirt that says free hugs. People are just gonna get it. Hugs, high fives. Like I'm a very you know, I love communities. So I run a lot of communities, and just virtual is fantastic. Technology has been a godsend in so many ways, but like I don't know, you can't high five this, you know,
Yep.
you could, it won't feel good. Just the high fives and the hugs, and just I'm not a crowded place kind of person anyway. I'm a homebody, but the people I do see, just being able to hug them and high five them, that
That's good.
visceral kind of physical component. I think things will be very different when we come out of this. I think the normal will be different, but
Yeah.
I think hugs are just human nature. So
Who would have ever
that will
thought
be
that
the first
giving
thing
a
I
hug
do.
would be a sign of bravery? But that'll be like the restoration of our humanity when people do that.
Yeah. And I know where you guys live, so I'll be hitting you guys up too. I'll be like, ding
Come on,
dong,
we'll take it.
hug time. Yes.
What who else should we interview for this? Who are other people that
Oh
you
my
say our community
gosh.
needs to hear from them?
Whew, my goodness. I mean, Jennifer Phelan, she does the JP Pilates. She's doing, I'm really excited to see how she does her, like rethinks her boot camp.
That's a good one.
Lauren Hefez, another mom who's doing like fantastic stuff, 2 boys. She's not in Charlestown anymore, but she's pretty much like does so much here. I'm just thinking of like, gosh, all these women who do some amazing stuff. Not that the men aren't holding it down too, um, but gosh, are you gonna talk to Joey too from Jenny's Pizza? Because
I'm gonna
he's
talk.
like,
Yeah, I want to see if he'll do it.
oh, I
I've
can't
asked him.
wait.
I haven't heard, but I know that he is like sunrise to sundown, just doing
I
business and trying
know.
to serve a neighborhood. But yeah, for
But you
sure.
know, he just started Instagram, and he's been like really putting it out there, sharing the love. So I feel like he might be
Yeah,
more
that's a good one.
open
Those
to
are
that
three really
now.
good ones. Thank you for
Yeah,
mentioning those.
absolutely. And they have so much great energy and high vibrations. Like
Hmm.
folks, like if you're gonna, it's about the vibrations now. Like if you could either be a high vibration person that like pulls people up with you to like a certain level, or you could be really low vibration about it. And it is what it
Good.
is. Like we can't change our situation, right?
That's
So
good. That's so good.
making the
Yeah, we
best
call
of
them
it.
supernovas and black holes, and
Mm,
the world has a lot of
yes.
both, you know. And so, thank you for being a supernova in a moment like
Oh,
this, and
thanks.
thank you so much for doing this, man. God bless you and Adam and Ari. We love you guys. Can't
Oh,
wait to see you guys face to face. No
we
masks,
love you
big
guys
hugs, and
too.
all of that.
I know. The other day, it took me like 2 minutes to be like, who is that? Kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
looking at me, took the mask down a little bit. I was like, oh, it's Pastor
yeah.
JD.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for doing this. So good to see you. I appreciate you doing it.
Likewise, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You good with it?